I first became a kinship caregiver in 2008. I got a 2-year-old, and she was supposed to be with me for 2 weeks, and she is now 15. When she was about 6, Mom was pregnant with another baby, and she asked me if I wanted that baby, and I was like, oh, a baby. So I got a brand new baby straight from the hospital.
Some families may get a call one night and say, hey, can you take 3 kids, 2 kids, 5 kids? So, it's a lifestyle change for them, financially, emotionally, all of those things.
This is my first time parenting children when I got home with a brand new baby, and I was like, ooh, what am I supposed to do with this baby in the hospital? They took care of her. And then when she was 6, I've got a call from Clayton County DFACS. So that evening I had a 9-year-old boy, a 6-month-old baby, and a 6-year-old little girl.
It can be overwhelming because now you went from a home of 2 individuals to a home of 7 individuals. And your parenting skills have to kick back in, and you have to set schedules and do homework or change diapers, set feeding schedules.
And then last year, Mom was murdered, and she had 3 children with her at the time. One was a 3-month-old baby and a 12-year-old boy, and I ended up getting them as a kinship care placement.
When I first received the case, and I was listening to the story, I was like, oh my goodness, this is horrible.
He witnessed his mom get beat to death. He heard him beating her head against the wall, and that he saw the hole that was in her head when the man finished beating her. I can't fathom seeing that myself, and for him to see that and then have that in his head all the time.
The challenges, I believe, were some financial aspects, and just getting services in for the older child because he witnessed the incident, and then losing a sister. That was her sister. So, everyone going through the grief process and being able to process it appropriately.
It's just so much that he has had to learn in the last year. And it takes some patience. And I'm not sure sometimes when kids come into care, if all of that is explained to them. And some of these kids, they will try it. It's been trying the last year and a half, but we're just there.
You have to have heart to be able to work with families that are going through distress. You can't judge a family for whatever they're going through.
And I even told the 14-year-old, because one day he was like, it ain't my fault I had to come live here. And I said, you know what? You are absolutely right. And I said, it's okay to be angry with her. And I told him, I said, I'm angry with her. I'm angry because she put y'all in the situation you're in. I'm angry with her because all of you are in that situation. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world.
I always think about the fact they did not ask to be here. And I think we owe it to them to make sure that they're prepared for life and that their journey through life is as smooth as it possibly can be.
It's not about her, and it's not about these moms and these dads that these children are ending up in care. It's all about the children and doing what's best for them.
There's a lot of conversation now about prevention. There's a lot of conversation about keeping kids out of foster care, and a lot of conversation about keeping kids in the community. And you cannot have that conversation without talking about the role of kin.
They're needed, but they're not appreciated as much as they should be. And so I love to show them that they're being heard and they're appreciated. Because without kin caregivers, where would the babies be?
And if it's in the middle of the night and it's your grandchild, you're going to take them. But sometimes the whole process is not explained to them in the middle of the night when get these kids. So our unit is that unit that will explain, and we hold their hands all the way through the process.
Yes, I do think her being a kinship caregiver does bring something extra to her work, because she has passion. She's living it, so she knows how to drive the work.
Families will say, you just don't understand. I have to work. I have to do this. I got these 3 or 4 kids. And I was like, yes, I do understand.
I think it's personal for many of us. When you talk about why we do the work, why we value kin, that's important. When you start relating it to what would you do for your child or for your grandchild or for your niece or for your nephew.
It is not as easy as I make it sound, but at the end of the day, these kids are going to be successful. They got a chance. The 14-year-old, he won't talk to me. He'll talk at me sometimes, but he'll sit on the couch and he'll sit right over there in the corner. And so I look at him and then I said, ooh, you like me. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm like, you sitting on the couch next to me, you like me. And he'll just start grinning, but he will never tell me he likes me. And then I'll say, I don't care, because I don't like you, I just love you. And he would just grin and grin and grin, but I don't think he would want to be anywhere else. The honest to goodness truth, he has nowhere else to go. So I'm like, we're going to make this work no matter what, because you're not going anywhere.